that actually I did make them.
Okay.
But yeah, so it always like starts
Okay.
like this, and with the form and with the colour. And this term of like this kind of double entendre of things being liquidity, which obviously I'm interested a lot in my work, both in terms of like a material, a surface, and also like more in a kind of a way to do with commerce, to do with bodily fluids, trade, all of this stuff. So because of the specifics of the Parvis being in this shopping centre, out of town, and it's also really near Lourdes, which I found interesting, which is like the Disneyland for Catholics, kind of like, I don't know. So there's all these kind of, when I first went to see it, I was really struck with that. And also like this slightly outdated shopping centre, but it's still like a real hub, a social hub for the area. And there's something about ideas of like glamour or, you know, escapism that I think, like for me when I was growing up, always like going to a shopping centre kind of like encapsulated that, because you get to see like, you know, like these big billboards, and it's, yeah, like shiny jewellery stands or like the kind of thing, yeah, that, but it's never actually that glamorous in reality, or there's always like something that's a bit like scuffed around the edges. So I think I was interested in that as the context. These, yeah, and it was more always about the touch and the sensation, and that you could get these like traces of the body in the clay, and it's very sensual as a material. And I was also interested in the fact that it's not like got such like high art connotations, like it's still very much linked to function and craft. And of course now like ceramics are really, really popular, so many fine artists use them, but at a certain point that wasn't the case. It's become more popular in the last like, yeah, 10, 15 years, but yeah, so I think, yeah, just interested in it being something that had a use value, so people, you know, like we all have ceramics in the home, like we drink from them, we eat from them, like toilets are made of ceramic, you know, all of this stuff, whatever, so it's that I was interested in. And also there's something about like the liquidity and movement in ceramics that you can get, like with the glazing, that is really, I'm really like drawn to, because it's like you kind of get movement in a fixed surface, yeah. So, you know, this idea of putting a lot of power into an object to become a symbol for a vessel for desires, to ask for something, or to, yeah, to kind of conjure something. So I suppose with the use of like the erotic or sexual organs, there is that. I think it's also like relating it to like commerce and commodity and these things, and slightly undercutting, because like the idea of decoration, like I looked a lot at like Baroque sort of swirls and decoration, this idea of like excess and power, but if you like slightly twist that and pervert it, everything almost becomes like an organ, and like a, like, yeah, a sexual organ or a sensual form.